Hey gamers, tier list time. And this time is about one of my favorite series, both in 2D and 3D, the Ninja Gaiden series. This series started in 1988 with the game Shadow Warriors in the arcades, this one you are seeing right now. And after that it had an excellent run in the 8-bit generation consoles. And after 12 years without any new game released, we received the phenomenal Ninja Gaiden in 2004, the first in 3D, a marvelous game that relaunched the series. About this tier list is about my personal opinion of the games that I played and finished. And of course, as always, nostalgia is a strong point in my ranking. So, are you ready? Let's start. Shadow Warriors. Shadow Warriors is an arcade beaten up, such as Final Fight and Double Dragon, completely different from the other games in the series. Currently is a bit outdated, especially the gameplay, but personally I like it, so here. Ninja Gaiden, the game that started the legend. It stands out for the amazing soundtrack, but is legendary for the unforgiving difficulty. The enemies are endless, so here. Ninja Gaiden 2, the Dark Sword of Chaos. Considered the best of the original trilogy, it introduced Shadow Clone powers and scenarios with meteors and fog, and still offering a demanding but a little more fair difficulty. Ninja Gaiden 3, the Accident Ship of Doom. It had the best graphics in the trilogy and excellent soundtrack, but for me it was a little step backward, and personally I enjoyed the first and especially the second a little more. Ninja Gaiden in the Game Gear. Now, obviously, the Sega consoles also have the right to a Ninja Gaiden game, and it doesn't disappoint, because the controls are very precise. Ryu Yabusa runs, jumps and climbs even better than many platform games. The game is very colorful and detailed. The biggest highlight at the time was the cutscenes between levels, so here. Ninja Gaiden Shadow, Game Boy. Released in 91, Ninja Gaiden Shadow is frequently praised as one of the best and most fun portable action games of its generation. Despite the technical limitations of the small Nintendo console, the game perfectly captures the frenetic and challenging essence of the classic series. The controls are precise, allowing for quick jumps and attacks. You can use the sword, collect power-ups and even grab and climb walls. Something uncommon at the time, the music maintains the epic levels of the series, and for me, has the best soundtrack in the entire series. Unlike the brutal NES games, this title is much easier, and I remember only the last two bosses gave me trouble. In fact, one of my first videos on this channel was a long play, where I finished the game without losing a single life. You can call me stupid, crazy, idiot, but this is my favorite game in the series. It is very nostalgic for me, and I still have my copy that I bought when I was a kid. Ninja Gaiden for the Master System. This title stands out of being an original platform game and not just an adaptation. As always, it have colorful detailed visuals and beautiful story sequence between levels. Fluid gameplay, the controls are precise and the action is fast, while maintaining the challenge and sense of the series. It's not considered as difficult and frustrating game as the NES version, and personally, I love it. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, the first one in 3D that I played. What an amazing game, especially for those who like a good challenger. I love almost everything about this game, being in my opinion the only flaw the annoying camera angles. But the bloody non-stop action ends up compensating for this flaw. So here. Ninja Gaiden, the Dragon Sword. Not only because of the Game Boy and the Game Gear, I love the games in this series on portable system, and I love this Dragon Sword for the Nintendo DS. This game is almost as a hidden gem for the Nintendo DS. It has fast and satisfying combat, maintain the aggressive typical style of the series. It has creative use of the touchscreen, visual impressive for the DS, yet still challenging. And in my opinion, the only weak point is that is a relative short game, so here. Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2. I really enjoy Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, as always, because of the fast action and challenging gameplay. It is, in my opinion, one of the best hack and slash games for the PlayStation 3, contrary to the previous ones that we can not only play with Ryu and Rachel. In this one, we can also play with Momoji and Ayan. That gives the game a different gameplay. The story is weak, the game focuses clearly on gameplay. The camera sometimes, just like the previous game, gets in the way, but overall I absolutely love it. Ninja Gaiden 3, The Razor's Edge. This game receives strong critics, especially from players. The previous games were simple. Ryu Yabusa fights demons and ninjas. In Ninja Gaiden 3, they try to give Ryu more human side, with a little drama, moral guilt and more narrative. But a ninja that was trained since the birth to kill, I found that a little artificial and boring. I don't consider a bad game, but here. Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. My god, I was so hyped when this game was announced. It brings me back the nostalgia of the classic 2D platforms from the 8-bit and 16-bit eras, with frenetic combat, challenging levels and gorgeous pixel art visuals. We can switch characters at any time between Kenji, we don't play with Ryu in this one, and Kyonushi, making the gameplay varied. The game is hard, but it has many checkpoints and assist mode. It brings back the exciting music and honestly, second best for me. Ninja Gaiden 4. I like this game. This series has returned in great style. Developed by Platinum Games in partnership with Team Ninja, it introduced Yakumo as the new ninja without losing the violence and frenetic incense for the series is known. In my opinion, Sigma 1 and 2 are a little better, but this one is definitely better than 3, so here. So that's it gamers, it's complete. Those are the games for the Ninja Gaiden series that I played and finished. Please tell me in the comments what do you think of this list and tell me your favorites too. As always, I hope you like this video and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.